In an exclusive interview with Al Jazeera, Iran's top security official, Ali Larijani, has said negotiations are taking place only with the US and accused Israel of trying to undermine the process and destabilise the region. His remarks come after a round of mediated talks between Washington and Tehran in Oman last week failed to produce a breakthrough. Both sides now weighing whether to hold another round of talks, though no date or location has been announced.
Our negotiations are exclusively with the United States. We are not engaged in any talks with Israel. However, Israel has inserted itself into this process with their intent on undermining and sabotaging these negotiations. Israel's strategy is to destabilize the region. They are gambling not only with Iran, but also Qatar, Saudi Arabia and Turkey. Regional leaders should be aware of this. Israel's agenda extends beyond its alleged concerns about Iran. This was evident in their recent act of belligerence against Qatar.
Let's cross now live to Resul Serdar, who's live for us in Tehran. And Resul, Iran accusing Israel of sabotage. What is behind that claim?
Indeed, one of the main reasons is that the bitter memories of last year. So Iranians were engaged in diplomacy with Americans. So they have held 5 rounds of talks. And just one day before the 6th round that was scheduled to be held in Muscat, in Oman, so Israel has attacked Iran. And Iranians have again and again said that that is a betrayal of diplomacy. And so that doubt, that suspicion is rooted in this experience. Indeed, not only Ali Larijani, the Secretary of the Supreme National Security Council, but yesterday, when the Foreign Minister of country, Abbas Araqchi, was talking to media, he also once again referred to that incident, saying that when they were engaged in diplomacy, when the diplomatic talks were still going on, so Israel has attacked the country, and that is why that is on the back of Iranians had always when they are negotiating, and that's why Iranian officials here are saying and again, this is not only a negotiation, it's also a trust-building process, a confidence-building process as well. And indeed, that's why Iranians here were closely following the meeting that took place yesterday between Donald Trump, President of the United States, and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, because the common understanding or the general assessment in Tehran is that the United States is keen to negotiate while Israel is not interested in diplomacy at all, and that Israel wants to drag the USA into a war against Iran.
OK, speaking of being keen to negotiate, where then do the talks or potential talks stand now?
Well, when it comes to that, it is quite an interesting process is going on. So the officials are making statements to the media. And on the other hand, we're seeing that Americans are also talking to media, and the demands are quite different. So the approach is quite different. The position, the gap in between these positions is quite huge. Ali Larijani, who is regarded as the top Iranian diplomat when it comes to Iran's security policies globally and regionally, he is simply saying that that has been quite clear to the USA, that Iran is only and only negotiating its nuclear program. And he's saying, well, Americans also acknowledge that. They clearly understand that this is about the nuclear program, and that the missile program of Iran or any other regional security policies of Iran are off the table. They are not going to be negotiated at all. And even when it comes to a nuclear file, so again, as he's reiterating Iran's position, official position, saying that they are ready to negotiate it, but it is going to be limited with 20% of the enrichment. So all of these statements are in a contrary, kind of conflicting with the statements that are coming from the United States. Because again and again, we have heard that from several top officials, American officials, including President Trump himself, saying that it's not only about Iran not having a nuclear bomb, they're also going to negotiate and impose the terms on Iran that it is abandoning its missiles program as well, and also distancing itself from its proxies or allies across the region. So there are statements being made to the media, and on the other hand, we're seeing that the officials are clearly talking about a process here. So perhaps there are two channels that are working here. And it is not only, it's extremely difficult really to take these statements as a fact. So in that sense, we can see that it is also a battle of PR and a battle of the narratives as well.
All right, Resul, thank you very much. Resul Serdar joining us from Tehran.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.